Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving headfirst into the murky waters of car dealership finance. We'll be exposing 6 things dealership finance managers don't want you to know. Why, you ask? Because knowledge is power, and when it comes to handling car finance, being informed can make all the difference between a good deal and a great one. No one wants to walk out of a car dealership feeling like they have just been robbed. So buckle up because we're about to reveal some industry secrets that'll give you the upper hand when buying a car. Before we go into today's topic, we want to remind you to hit that subscribe button so that you never miss one of our videos. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty details of dealership financing secrets. First up, did you know that finance managers make a pretty penny from financing and selling additional products? Yes, you heard that right. The price tag you see on that shiny new car is just the tip of the iceberg. The real profit is in the financing and the add-ons. Let's unpack this a bit. Consider the financing. When you finance your vehicle through the dealership, they stand to gain a hefty sum. This is where the concept of dealer reserve comes into play. Essentially, it's an additional interest that the dealership adds on top of the loan provided by the lender. So, while you might think you're getting a competitive rate, you could very well be paying more than necessary. The extra interest you're paying, that's going straight into the dealership's pocket. Then, there are the add-on products. These could be anything from extended warranties to paint protection plans. At first glance, they might seem like a smart investment, protecting your new vehicle from all sorts of potential mishaps. But here's the catch. These products often come with a hefty markup, providing a tidy profit for the dealership. Sure, some of these products may be beneficial, but it's important to weigh the cost against the potential benefit. So what's the takeaway here? Well, it's simple. Financing and add-on products can significantly increase the cost of your new vehicle, and more often than not, it's the dealership that stands to gain, not you. So remember, it's always worth shopping around for financing before you set foot in the dealership. Don't forget to research the add-on products as well. Understand what you're buying, the actual cost, and whether it's truly beneficial to you. After all, knowledge is power, and in this case, it could save you a substantial amount of money. Ever wondered why finance managers cringe when customers cancel products bought with their car loan? It's because cancellations can significantly impact the dealership's bottom line. Think of it like this. Each add-on product sold with a car loan is a little extra revenue for the dealership. But when a customer cancels a product, that revenue evaporates. And it's not just the lost sale that hurts, it's the ripple effects too. Firstly, there's the issue of chargebacks. In the world of car finance, a chargeback happens when a customer cancels a product within a certain period of time after purchase. The dealership then has to return the commission it earned on that product. Ouch, that's a double whammy. Lost revenue and a hit to the profit margin. But it's not just about the money, there's also the matter of reputation. A high rate of product cancellations can signal to potential customers that the dealership is pushing unnecessary add-ons, and that's not a good look for any business. So what's the takeaway here? It's all about doing your homework. Researching add-on products before you buy can save you a lot of headaches, and potentially a lot of money, down the line. Are you really going to use that roadside assistance package? Do you need the extra coverage of an extended warranty? And let's not even get started on rust-proofing. Most new cars today are made with rust-resistant materials, so you might not need that extra protection at all. In the end, it's your money and your decision. But remember, every product you add to your car loan is another potential cancellation, another potential chargeback, another potential hit to the dealership's bottom line. And that's why finance managers break out in a cold sweat when they hear the word cancellation. So, before you sign on the dotted line, make sure you really need that rust-proofing or extended warranty. You'll be doing both your wallet and your peace of mind a big favor. The car buying process isn't just about picking out a shiny set of wheels. It's a game of strategy, and to play it well, you need to understand the rules of the game. Let's start with the basics: loan terms and interest rates. These are the backbone of your auto loan, dictating how much you'll pay each month and over the life of the loan. Understanding these terms can help you spot a good deal from a bad one. For instance, a lower monthly payment might sound appealing, but if it's due to a longer loan term, you could end up paying more in interest over time. So, don't just focus on the monthly payment, look at the big picture. Next, let's talk about add-on products. These can range from extended warranties to gap insurance and more. They might sound like a good idea at the time, but do you really need them? And more importantly, do you understand their true cost? Add-ons can quickly inflate your loan, and you might not even realize it until you're signing the dotted line. So it's crucial to do your research and figure out what's worth it and what's not. Now you might be thinking, but I don't have time to become a car financing expert. And that's okay, you don't need to know everything. But having a basic understanding can help you navigate the process with more confidence. You'll be less likely to fall for high-pressure sales tactics, and more likely to spot a fair deal when you see one. So do your homework before you go car shopping. It'll pay off in the long run. Negotiation is an art, and it's one that can save you a lot of money at the car dealership. Let's dive into the strategies for effective negotiation. The first rule of thumb is being prepared to walk away. Yes, it might feel like a bold move, but remember, you're not obliged to buy. If the deal doesn't feel right or you're not getting the value you expected, don't hesitate to step back. There's a sea of cars out there waiting for you. Next up, know the market value of the car. Having a ballpark figure gives you the upper hand. It's your shield against overpricing and your sword when haggling for a better deal. It's like going into a battle fully armed. The internet is your best friend here. Research, compare, and get a feel for the price range before you set foot in the dealership. Speaking of haggling, let's address the elephant in the room. Many of us feel uncomfortable haggling. It's like a dance we're not quite sure how to do, but here's the thing, the price tag you see, it's not set in stone, it's more of a suggestion than a decree, so muster up the courage and negotiate. Start below the asking price and don't be afraid to go back and forth until you reach a compromise. When negotiating, remember to keep the conversation focused on the total price of the car, not the monthly payments. Lower monthly payments over a longer period might seem tempting, but they often mean you're paying more in the long run. Keep your eyes on the prize, which in this case is the total cost of the car. Lastly, don't rush. Buying a car is a significant investment. Take your time, think it through, and make sure you're getting a deal that matches your expectations and your wallet. Remember, the sticker price is just a starting point. Don't be afraid to negotiate for a better deal. Ever felt rushed to close the deal at a car dealership? There's a reason for that. Picture this. You've spent hours poring over the details of your potential new car, you've test-driven it, you've negotiated the price, and now you're at the last hurdle. But suddenly, you're feeling the heat. The finance manager is pushing you to sign on the dotted line, and quick. It's like they're running a marathon and you're the finish line. This, dear listeners, is the pressure to close. But why does this happen? Well, the faster a deal is closed, the quicker the dealership locks in their profits. And like in any other business, time is money. The longer you take to make a decision, the more time they spend on you, and the less time they have to sell to other customers. So they put the pressure on you to make a swift decision. But here's the thing, buying a car is a big decision. It's not something you should rush into, and you certainly shouldn't let anyone else rush you into it. Because when you're rushed, you might miss important details. You might forget to ask key questions about your financing options, warranty, or servicing costs. You might even end up buying a car that doesn't quite fit your needs or your budget. So what can you do when you're feeling the pressure? First, remember that you are in control. You're the one with the money and the power to walk away. If you're not comfortable, say so. And if the pressure continues, don't be afraid to stand up and walk out. There are plenty of other dealerships that would love to have your business. Second, do your homework. The more you know about the car and the financing options available to you, the less likely you are to be swayed by high-pressure tactics. And finally, don't be afraid to take your time. After all, it's your money, your decision, your car. So take your time and don't let anyone rush you into buying a car. Last but not least, let's talk about hidden costs. When you're buying a car, the sticker price is just the tip of the iceberg. There are a host of other fees and charges that can sneak up on you if you're not careful. First up, we have the document fees. These are costs associated with processing the paperwork for your car loan. While it might seem like a small amount, these fees can add up quickly, especially when you consider that they're often not included in the advertised price of the car. Next, we have dealer preparation fees. This is a fee that some dealers charge for preparing the car for sale. It might include things like cleaning the car, performing a safety inspection, or filling up the tank with gas. Again, this might not seem like much, but it's an extra cost that you need to be aware of. And then there's the delivery charges. These are the costs associated with getting the car from the manufacturer to the dealership. While you might think that this would be included in the price of the car, it's often not. And depending on where the car is coming from, these charges can be quite hefty. But here's the thing, these fees and charges are often negotiable. Yes, you heard that right. Just because they're listed on the invoice doesn't mean you have to pay them. So don't be afraid to haggle. It might feel a little uncomfortable, but it could save you a significant amount of money in the long run. And that's not all. There are a host of other fees and charges that can be hidden in the fine print of a car loan. Things like registration fees, taxes, insurance costs, and more. So always read the fine print and don't be afraid to ask questions. After all, it's your money. And there you have it, the 6 things dealership finance managers don't want you to know. We've journeyed through the labyrinth of car dealership tactics and emerged, hopefully, a little wiser and a lot more prepared. But let's take a quick moment to recap, shall we? First, we learned about the honeyed trap of financing. Dealerships often make a significant chunk of their profits from financing and selling those extra products. So remember, when you're sitting across from that finance manager, it's not just about getting you into that shiny new car, it's also about their bottom line. Then we explored the cost of cancellations. Dealerships aren't fans of customers canceling products that were bought with their car loan. Why? Well, it's simple. Those cancellations can lead to chargebacks, costing the dealership money. So, before you sign on the dotted line, make sure you're fully aware of what you're agreeing to. We also delved into the power of knowledge. The more informed you are, the less likely you are to fall for the dealership's tactics. So, do your homework. Learn about car financing, interest rates, and the ins and outs of the car buying process. Next, we talked about the art of negotiation. A well-informed customer is a formidable negotiator. Don't be afraid to ask questions, to push back, to seek out the best deal for you. Remember, it's your money on the line. We then looked at the pressure to close the deal. Dealerships often use pressure tactics to get you to commit, but don't let them rush you. Take your time, think things through. Finally, we uncovered the hidden costs. Extras like extended warranties and insurance products can add up, often to the tune of over $4,000. So be vigilant, know what you're paying for. But this isn't the end of the road. There's always more to learn, more tips and tricks to uncover. So, let's keep the conversation going. Did we miss anything? Let us know in the comments below, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching.